just don't want to be here no more. I'm just tired of you guys talking about me and just always talking shit.
So I'm Somali. I grew up in Minnetonka. I've been raised here my entire life. I am born here and I've lived here. I've studied here. I've been getting so many messages telling me to go back to your country, go back to your country. But the reality of the situation is the United States is the only country I've ever known my entire life.
The Somali man who was crying and begging for Trump to give him his passport back is now on live begging black Americans to help him get back to America after his criminal behavior got him deported. He was then trying to throw slick shots.
Trying to get my word through.
So much adversity, so much poverty, not much progress, and if there is progress, it's minimal over time.
They grew up in America. They spoke English. They called the US home. Now they are back in a country they barely recognize. Jobless, struggling, and asking one painful question: why were we sent back here? In case you're still watching, let's watch this clip of a Somali guy crying on social media about the hardship he's facing in Somaliland.
It just gets bad in here, man. I just don't want to be here no more. Just pray to God just. These guys just don't even know how to just leave me alone. I'm just so tired.
Well, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. So we also have a clip of a Somali woman comparing religion and poverty. So let's hear what she has to say.
Observed something. Why is it that the places that people are highly religious, like hyper focused on religion, and everything they do is attached to religion, and they cannot separate living their lives from religion? There is so much adversity, so much poverty, not much progress, and if there is progress, it's minimal over time. What is it that happens? Do they use religion as a coping mechanism to all the misery they're experiencing, or what is it? Because I need to understand that.
Them who got deported have been crying on social media, and they are crying not because of any other thing, but because of they are facing the harsh reality of life back home. Okay, like everybody will always say, oh, home is always better. That's true. Home is home. Okay, but most times what you meet at home is not all you expect. Okay, if home was always better, why did you leave wherever you're coming from to move to another person's country? There must be a reason. Okay, so like I said, I always say people travel for different reasons, and now they are crying because of unemployment and of course the poverty, the high rate of poverty and everything that is happening to them, where imagine coming from a country where you have ships, you can work, earn money, and also have like little to send back home. But now you're not able to do all of that, so a lot of them are freaking out. Well, let's take a look at these videos, then I'll come back with more commentary. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Let's go watch.
This is the failed generation of Somalia. The generation that has been leading Somali politics for the last 30 years. So what have we gotten from this? Let's look at the numbers. Around 70% of Somalis live in extreme poverty. Africa's average is roughly 40%. Over 4.6 million Somalis face acute food insecurity. Somalia is consistently in the top 5 worst hunger crises in the world. 1.8 million children are acutely malnourished. Over 400,000 are severely malnourished. Adult literacy in Somalia is about 41%, one of the lowest literacy rates in the world. Africa's average is close to 70%. The global average is 84%. Over 60% of Somali youth are unemployed. And nearly 70% of the population is under 25. Somalia's life expectancy is 57 years. The global average is 73 years. 1 in 10 children die before the age of 5. That's around 100 deaths per 1,000 births. Globally, that number is about 37. Somalia has more than 3 million internally displaced people. And every single week, hundreds of young Somalis die in the Mediterranean Sea, trying to escape this system for a better life. And yet, we welcome these leaders as heroes. We clap for them. We defend them. Even though their results are the worst in the world. So in the end, we can only blame ourselves. Because for them, the system works.
Somalia is a failed state that exports nothing to the world but piracy and terrorism. Somalia as a country contributes nothing, it accomplishes nothing, it has achieved nothing. You'd have to go back thousands of years to find a time when Somalia had any real significance on the global stage, and yet
People who spent years calling America racist are now crying online because they're being sent back to the same country they swore was better than here. Y'all like the video right here, follow for more.
East or West, home is the best. The question is to you, my audience. Does this statement apply to this situation? And if not, what is someone that left home when they were a little child supposed to do? Let's watch another clip of a Somali guy begging a black American to help him get his passport back and get back to the US.
I'm all the way in Texas. What I'm gonna do from Texas, bro? Hey, thank you. Hey, Reese's showing love.
That's why a lot of us need to start going to school, man. We understand one thing. The Embassy of America is based also in America as well. It's the headquarters.
Okay.
So, like, you can go down there.
Hey, you need to get back to headquarters.
I ain't used to, man. That's how they fly. I guess y'all got a lot of cows and horses over there.
Bro, what you mean? Bro, I'm in the crib. Bro, say there's some cows and horses. I'm in the crib. No, hey, back. I'm not gonna lie. The chat is moving fast, and I'm having a conversation with bro. I'm sorry, chat. I gotta stay on point. See what I'm saying? You taking me away from my people. These people showing love, bro.
My fault, man. I ain't got no beef.
Come on, bro.
My fault, man.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie.
They say needies can't be picky though. That's what I'm saying.
A cool little beat down on this battle though. A friendly beat down though. Friendly beat down, brother.
And the only life they know is in the US, and now the conditions there, they can't live there. Maybe because of the things that have been going on, which you all know. And now they are back in their own country, but now the struggle is now poverty. The conditions in Somalia are already tough for them. So across social media, we are seeing emotional videos of Somalis that were deported from the US and the Europe, men and women breaking down on social media. I will also post, you'll watch a video and listen to what they are saying.
Hi, so I just really want to make this video from like a human space. This is something I've been really meaning to say, and I'm so glad that I can finally articulate it to you guys. So I'm Somali. I grew up in Minnetonka. I've been raised here my entire life. I am born here and I've lived here. I've studied here. I'm a pre-med. I do research, and that's usually the type of stuff I talk about on my page. But right now I feel like it's really important for me to say this. What I'm going to say is that I have been getting so many messages telling me to go back to your country, go back to your country. But the reality of the situation is the United States is the only country I've ever known my entire life. And the thing is, the great irony of it all is I'm not the ambassador of Somalia. I don't speak for Somali people. I'm not a spokesperson for this community. I'm just one young person trying to study, navigate life, and live like any other 20-something-year-old living here in this state. And so something that I feel like is going on is that there's a lot of immigrant people and first-gen, second-gen kids like me with this weight on our shoulders trying to explain everything going on in our communities, trying to defend our communities. But I'm really no different from any other 20-something-year-old trying to make it here in this state, in this country, in this world. And so I'm sharing this because I really feel like a lot of us are being treated this way and dealing with this quietly. But the reality is we aren't symbols. We aren't some type of ambassador. We are just human beings.
Yeah, I think that that's one perspective. But the other perspective is, you're just collateral damage from the bad decisions that was made, possibly from your family, depending on how they got here. Because we still have to ask the question, right? This young woman who, you have to love and respect the fact that they were able to articulate themselves and communicate clearly about what their plight is and what's happening over in the Somali community, which she's not necessarily saying anything that we don't already know, that people that are born here inside of the United States of America especially ones that receive birthright citizenship, meaning that their parents may not necessarily be from here, and they may have come over here either illegally or temporary protective status. But it doesn't mean that it justify the fact that we are leveraging laws that were meant for American descendants of slaves, people that did not ask to be here, and them receiving birthright citizenship should not have been extended over into people that are just normally born in the United States of America, regardless of what their circumstances are. So while I acknowledge that we should make sure that we accommodate people that are legally here in the United States of America as citizens, you can't blame people that then speak loudly about the fact that we should be putting Americans first and the people that are here already, instead of advocating for and allocating our tax dollars for people that came over here illegally.
It has hit them. So now the economy is not on their side anymore. And Somalians, they already struggle with poverty, now the country itself, and limited job opportunities. Because we've seen so many commissions there, so it is not stable enough for just people to live there. So for deportees, especially those without local connections or vocational skills, the chances of finding stable work are slim. Everyone, like even when you're hiring, you want someone that is locally trained because they understand their customers better than someone who is not even internationally but trained from somewhere else. They wanna go back to America because that is where they know how to live, that is where they know how to survive, that is where their identity was saved. So in my perspective, this is just not about attacking any country or even a policy. Every nation enforces laws, and it is very, very right. But these stories force us to confront on a deeper question: what happens after deportation? So if you've been deported before, tell us on the comments section and be respectful. When people are sent somewhere, they are legally from, but socially disconnected from. What really happens? How do you go about it? What are some of the challenges you face? Thank you for watching up to this particular point. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.